Greetings. This topic has been requested by somebody. They wanted me to talk about this, and they gave me their take, and now I'm gonna give my take as well, which is charity a good thing? The way they expressed it is like, is giving the needy people stuff and having them depend on you a good thing? What does that mean? It's the give a man a fish, teach a man to fish analogy, right? That's the core of this argument. And the context that this was asked upon is the Africa situation, where a lot of people are starving in Africa. Ow. And a lot of people are starving in Africa, and a lot of people depend on relief, and the relief plans that all these companies like feeding and all that um, create a dependency, and that dependency creates laziness. Same thing for welfare. If you live on off welfare, it really makes it very hard for you to actually go out of welfare after. And I've seen this happen to or I've seen this explained to me about certain people. Like, okay, I'm stuck in welfare. Why don't you get out of welfare then? Make more money. It's like it's very hard to do. But by the time you find a suitable job, you'll be starving, and it's bad. And what happened is, well, they start depending on the welfare. It's not aid. It's a lifeline. And if you sit and money comes to you, well, why would you work? And if you don't work and you start planning around or whatever, how do you live properly? You end up like these people who are like, who play fucking Fortnite and then they suck at it, so they start watching streamers play it. Not pointing fingers at anyone. It's just sad. So again, why don't we, instead of feeding these people, like supervise them, have them farm, have them achieve? And let me tell you this: cooking for somebody is a wonderful experience for the person who we are cooking for, and for you as a cook. But it's always good to cook for a person who knows how to cook too. Think about that. A person doesn't know how to take care of themselves in this category, cooking. You can tell them, get on the kitchen. I'm here. Cook an egg. No, I'll fuck it up. Try. Try. I'm here with you. You don't have to be perfect. I just need to know that you won't starve if I'm gone. You know? And then they cook the eggs, and you have to tell them how. Just scramble a bunch of eggs and you're good, right? I remember, like, in the beginning, like, I asked my mom, can you teach me how to make eggs? How to scramble eggs out of all things. It looks foolproof. Like, you just do this and you have an egg. But what I wanted was how to make it delicious for me. When do I add the salt? When do I add the pepper? How do I mix? How much oil do I put? Blah, blah, blah. Right? All the good stuff. And I was given that, and then it was fine. Now I can cook if the need arises. I saw my brother making steak once, and I'm like, okay, teach me how to make a steak, not make me one with you. And I think people should take it a step further. You should offer how to do things instead of just people making you stuff. You're only allowed to make people stuff if either right now they can't learn the thing, or it's such high skill level that you can't, like you need to know Photoshop, high level Photoshop to get this detail right. Well, that's what the Friends is good for. But basic Photoshop things, maybe if you're using Photoshop too much, you need to actually learn how to do it. And maybe if you're a Photoshop guy, you should offer the help. How about I help you out? This would be small things. And the idea is to not create a dependency. So yeah, on the subject of just charity, the way people just throw charity at people, and um, creating a dependency of that charity, that's when it's a problem. Charity is great unless that happens. That's how beggars happen. You know, I don't like seeing a beggar on the street. People who just beg for money. How about instead you use the money or try and work for the money? That's why I like people who try to sell things, even like ridiculous things, um, on the street, or even like the creative beggars who make a competition. Points for creativity. It's not just about begging; it's about like begging in the right way. I love that. Like there's the one is like, which religion is the most generous, and just a bunch of pouches with as many religions as he knew, and creating a competition between the religions. Oh, the Christians just stop pouring money. Oh, Muslims cry. Oh shit, we don't want to be outdone. Muslims are the most generous, and then you find the Jews, and they're like, we know who we are. And you just pass by, right? So, so yeah, like dependency is not good, and you always go against it. And I think, generally speaking, and I'm guilty of this myself, I try, like, there are a lot of things that I depend on, and I swear I try, right? But it's very hard to do. At least you need to take care of the basics. You need to know how to cook, how to do certain skills that you need to do, and you need to like cover like the smallest spaces. It's okay to ask. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to fuck up. Just don't become dependent. And if you become dependent, be dependent on the right way. Within reason. Be dependent within reason. I personally depend on my friends for all things technology. This mic was chosen by a friend. This laptop was chosen by a friend. This like phone was chosen by a friend. And when I wanted these wireless waterproof headphones so I can shower with them, I asked a friend. And the idea is that's a dependency. For technology, I want to depend on my friends. But there are small things I do ask them to teach me. For example, how do I clean this? How do I click this button? How do I get this working? Okay, if this fucks up, how do I fix it? Okay, I know these small things, and now I can proceed, Reduce the dependency as much as you can within reason. So yeah, in the end, just if you want to help a person, teach them how to do something instead. Teach them how to rely on themselves. And if that's not possible, help them slowly through it. Something to think about, right? So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the issue. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And I'll see you guys in the next one.